POV desktop screen evening. On the right side of the screen, we see an empty chair slightly angled. Into the background, we see an indiscriminate room and small figure walking about in the back. It is a man, an old man. He holds a piece of paper, and by his posturing, he seems to be trying to commit a few things to memory. Beep, beep, beep. The left side of the screen shows unknown calling. The old man quickly trots over and takes a seat, and we see the dusting of white and grey amidst his chair. Amidst his hair, sorry. An element further highlighted by his dark skin. This is Hilton, 64. Squinting his eyes, he checks how to answer the call, then settling his face into a welcoming smile, he answers. The left side buffers briefly and then reveals Hilton's smiling face drops to one of shock and dismay. On the left side of the screen shows a young woman, eyes red and nose runny from weeping. Her hair tied back, showing the pink flushness of her cheeks on her Caucasian face. This is Madeleine, 32. Madeleine's sadness transitions into amusement, and she cannot contain her laughter.
I think I'm sorry. This is.
Are they having a laugh?
No. It's there obviously seems to have been
a mix-up, or is there something that you need to tell me? I know I've had a bit to drink, but I'm sure my father never died a black man.
This brings about more laughter and snottiness. She blows her nose.
Okay, well, this was stupid. I'm going to go back and see if I can get my money back.
No reason to relate to anyone that doesn't look like you, huh?
That's not what I meant.
No? It's okay. Don't listen to this old man. Goodbye.
Wait.
This is a difficult time. Yes. This miscast may affect your experience a little, but it's still important to and good to talk. And you need to. You wouldn't be here otherwise. To be honest, you're doing me a favor as well. We work off commission, so go on. Andie, talk to me.
Okay. But don't call me Maddie. That's personal.
Whatever you need.
I don't know what to say. Trust him to catch the bloody thing. Probably mind sweeping drinks at the pub, the filthy git. They don't say it affects smokers worse. There'd be a real panic if it came out.
No underlying conditions.
No. It was just us left. Me and him. Fuck.
She sips some wine to swallow back her emotion. Hilton looks at her for a moment.
This self-isolation seems longer for you than it has been for everyone else.
I've been in lockdown for 64 days. I was in Italy, then came back, so...
It's peculiar.
What?
That's how old I am.
64 days? This isn't normal. Shouldn't need this. It's something that happens. Old people die, and sometimes we can't be there. I've not spoken to him for years. Besides...
I was in rehearsals, ready to make my big return to the stage. Then lockdown. Everything's just evaporated. There was more work for someone like me in the 80s. But I suppose doing this is almost the purest form of acting, of direct connection. There's no stage and you're not sat in the dark.
Madeleine gets up and disappears for a moment. Hilton watches curiously as the left side suddenly goes dark with a distant click. Madeleine has turned off her light. Madeleine returns, her face now solely illuminated by her screen. Hilton smiles.
How's that?
Perfect.
So weird.
Sorry, did you not?
No, it's just when you did it, it sounded like him. Always after those silly moments. Me and my brothers would do something barely amusing and he'd always go, perfect.
How is Spunk and Hands?
How do you know this?
Hilton breaks character for a moment and holds up the piece of paper.
You fill out a form and I have to, build the character and then, yeah.
He was a character. Barely even real sometimes. Too real on others.
Maddie.
Madeleine tries to smile away the wave of emotion that floods her chest, but can't, and instead turns her face away, then takes a swig of wine, and then wiping her face looks seriously at the screen.
Yes.
I didn't mean any of it.
You were a despicable man, and you put me through hell.
I know.
Years. I was so lonely because of you. Why didn't you call?
Call on what? A phone? With caller ID? To you? Leave it out. You'd hang up faster than a nun calling a brothel.
You should have tried.
Well, there's nothing that I can do that's about... There's nothing I can do that's about past now, is there?
Or the future.
Oi, look here. You need to stop making bloody excuses.
What? I didn't.
You shut it.
I won't have you.
Hey, I'm talking to you. Now shut up and listen. Okay? I'll not have you talking like a damn victim, okay? That's not how I raised you.
No one should have had to deal with what I did. And you.
And what? Who's listening, Maddie? Who can hear you? Who else is going to have a go? But look at me. I don't need to do this. I don't need to take these accusations. I was there like a father should have been. I was there, so what? I've had problems, but I was there. It wasn't just me.
It was just you.
How long are you going to hold on to that? Huh? What else you got?
What?
What else have you got? That the one story of your life? That all you're going to say? Huh?
Nah. I made it beyond you. It's not my only story.
Then don't let it be. Why are you here, Magpie? What do you want to say to me?
Madeleine goes to take another sip, but stops herself. Her fingers play over the rim of the glass.
Never stop being my Magpie. No matter what happened. No matter what I said and what I did.
Madeleine clears her throat and composes herself. She blows her nose, then squirts some antiseptic hand gel into her hands.
Being here, by myself, I've had time to think. Look back on my life and I realised you were just you. You weren't what I wanted as a dad, but you were what I needed. Now I'll never get the chance to...
Hey.
Dad?
Yeah, go.
I forgive you. And I want you to know that that I'm a better me because I got the worst of you. That's it.
That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Goodbye, Dad.
Goodbye, Madeleine.
Madeleine smiles. Then the left side of the screen goes blank as she hangs up. Hilton sits back in his chair and thinks for a moment. He takes a breath. He picks up the sheet on paper that had Madeleine's information on it. Hilton signs it, then places it to one side. From off screen, he reaches and grabs another piece of paper before sitting back on his chair and studying it. He checks his watch, then returns to reading the paper. Beep, beep, beep. Hilton closes his eyes and faces the screen. The left side of the screen buffers before the teary-eyed face of a young black girl appears. Andie, 16.
Uncle?
How come you not talk like you know who I am, eh?
On the two faces, Andie managing sadness, Hilton smiling. Cut to black. The end.